Keen followers of the Marvel Universe are well aware of how the inception of the Young Avengers in 2005 marked the introduction of an impeccable teenage superhero team within the Marvel Comics universe. Emerging as a response to the disbandment of the original Avengers, this group, inspired by their adult counterparts, quickly gained popularity. The original lineup, consisting of Iron Lad, Patriot, Hulking, Wiccan, Hawkeye and Stature, have now cemented their place as iconic figures in the Marvel lore. While the Young Avengers underwent significant changes, like witnessing many of their members leave or many newcomers joining and even facing the fear of being replaced by the champions, somehow their resonance within the Marvel universe persisted. This team's storyline unfolded as they sought to step into the shoes of the original Avengers during a period when the latter disbanded, ultimately carving out their own legacy as distinguished heroes. The Young Avengers found themselves entangled in significant Marvel events such as Civil War, Secret Invasion and Children's Crusade, which intricately shed light on their evolution and resilience. The creative minds behind this superhero ensemble, Alan Heinberg, Jim Chung, skillfully blended new characters with the already established Marvel canon, contributing to this super team's enduring appeal. Now in 2013, Kieran Gillen and Jamie McKelvey revitalized the squad with a fresh take, introducing a new version of the Young Avengers. Subsequently, these characters embarked on their own individual journeys, featuring in solo books and making notable appearances in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It should be noted that the MCU's incorporation of Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye miniseries on Disney Plus served as a testament to the Young Avengers' gradual integration into the cinematic realm. Although the MCU has yet to formally unite these teenage heroes, the groundwork has been laid with the inclusion of various characters, specifically aligning with the spirit of the Young Avengers comic origins. As speculation abounds regarding the future lineup of this adolescent super team, I think it is finally time for us to explore every original member of the Young Avengers team. So without wasting another second, let's get right to it. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but it means a lot to us. Thank you. Let's begin. Kate Bishop, aka Hawkeye. Similar to her portrayal on screen, Kate Bishop in the comics hails from a privileged background, born to wealthy parents. Growing up as the youngest daughter of affluent Manhattanites, Kate sought approval from her emotionally distant father, Derek, a publishing magnate. Her mother, Eleanor, was estranged and often absent until her untimely death during a trip to Colorado. Unlike the cinematic version's inspiration from Clint Barton during the Chitauri invasion, the comic iteration of Kate had experienced a childhood kidnapping orchestrated by an enemy of her father. Rescued by Clint and the Avengers, it was this traumatic event that ignited her determination to forge her path as a hero. Not long before becoming a part of the Young Avengers, a pivotal moment in Kate's journey occurred when she became a victim of a random attack in Central Park, compelling her to acquire her combat skills, which ultimately pushed her to pursue a career as a superhero. Already skilled in archery and fencing due to a privileged upbringing, Kate expanded her expertise to include martial arts, weaponry and boxing following her traumatic experience. In the Heinberg and Chung storyline, Kate forcefully inserted herself into the team during a wedding rescue mission despite initial resistance from other members. Joining the Young Avengers after they assisted in thwarting kidnappers at her sister's wedding, Kate assumed the Hawkeye mantle when Clint was presumed dead. Their shared mentorship was depicted prominently in Matt Fraction's Hawkeye run, which later became a defining aspect of her character. While lacking superpowers, Kate compensated with mastery in various fighting styles, proficiency in weapons, and exceptional marksmanship. Her personality, characterized by toughness, intelligence, and sarcasm, contributed significantly to her charm. Renowned for her role in the Hawkeye series, Kate Bishop emerged as the most beloved member of the Young Avengers, and later became the only member of a team to have her own comic series, Hawkeye. Kate Bishop, penned by Marieke Nijkamp and Enid Balam. Eli Bradley, aka Patriot. Most of you already know that Eli Bradley's lineage is steeped in a heroic legacy, with his family's connection to the super soldier serum experiment tracing back to Isaiah Bradley, his grandfather. Isaiah, the original Black Captain America, emerged as the lone survivor among the 300 African American soldiers subjected to the experimental process by the government. So, continuing the family tradition, Eli's uncle, Josiah X, also enlisted in the Vietnam War and later took on Isaiah's Isaiah's Captain America mantle, joining the crew. Now, born to Isaiah's daughter Sarah Gale, Eli entered the world without superhuman abilities. So, when Iron Lad sought out the Avengers, he stumbled upon a fail-safe program revealing everyone linked to the Avengers, including Josiah X. Of course, Eli, desiring to follow in his family's heroic footsteps, falsely claimed to possess superpowers inherited through a blood transfusion from Isaiah. But in reality, he actually relied on the illegal mutant growth hormone drug to acquire superpowered abilities. Eli went on to adopt the moniker of Patriot, even donning the costume of Bucky. Now, Eli's initial deception, though against his grandfather's teachings, stemmed from noble intentions. Driven by a genuine desire to aid others, he saw superheroism as a means to continue his family's altruistic tradition to benefit mankind. However, due to him lacking inherent superpowers, Eli faced significant challenges even after employing the illegal drug, and eventually left the team after his fabricated lies were uncovered. But his luck turned around when later Eli received genuine superhuman abilities through a real blood transfusion from his grandfather. After Eli became a bona fide super soldier, he returned as an official superhero. Patriot rejoined the Young Avengers and even co-led the team with Kate, only to retire due to guilt following the events of the Children's Crusade. This farewell stood as one of the emotionally resonant moments in the team's history. Nonetheless, Eli's heroic endeavors persisted in other comic storylines. Nathaniel Richards, aka Iron Lad, as Kang the Conqueror. Nathaniel Richards, popularly known as Iron Lad during his time with the Young Avengers, actually originates from the 30th century of Earth 6311, a reality shaped by continual progress rather than descending into the Dark Ages. Born to a lineage associated with legendary benefactor and Latverian monarch Dr. Doom, Nathaniel naturally displayed inventive brilliance early in life, creating his first invention, the growing man stimuloid, by the tender age of 16. However, his life took a pivotal turn when Kang the Conqueror, his future self, intervened during a moment of bullying. Kang, seeking to alter Nathaniel's fate, equipped his younger self with a neurokinetic armor and revealed glimpses of a destined future involving time travel, conquest, and conflicts with the Avengers. Disturbed by this dark revelation, the young Richard rejected his foreseen destiny and instead seized Kang's time-traveling technology to journey back to the modern age of Earth 616 and save himself from his destined dark turn. As Iron Lad, Nathaniel became the original leader of the Young Avengers, defying the future that awaited him as Kang the Conqueror. Seeking to prevent his descent into evil, he approached the disbanded Avengers for assistance, but in their absence, Iron Lad implemented Vision's fail-safe plan, forming the Young Avengers as a new generation of heroes. Driven by his genius intellect and equipped with neurokinetic suit inspired by Iron Man, Iron Lad demonstrated a commitment to heroism even as he faced temporal challenges. Ultimately, compelled by the complexities of time, he had to return to his era and confront his destiny that awaited him as Kang the Conqueror. A unique aspect of Iron Lad's character is his defiance against his inevitable fate, choosing heroism over the unlimited power promised by his future self. Despite the necessity to eventually become Kang for the stability of the timeline, Iron Lad's departure and the abandonment of his armor resulted in the creation of Jonas, a new version of Vision under Vision's software. Nonetheless, Iron Lad's legacy as a true hero persisted as the Young Avengers, initially founded by him, continued to thrive even after his departure. Teddy Altman, aka Hulkling. Contrary to what casual fans might assume, Hulkling's moniker in no way ties him to the Hulk. His origin traces back to the Kree-Skrull War, where the Super Skrull kidnapped Quicksilver, Captain Marvel, and Scarlet Witch, presenting them to the Emperor of the Skrulls. During Captain Marvel's imprisonment, a brief affair with the daughter of the Emperor, Princess Anel, resulted in the conception of a child. To ensure the child's safety, Anel sent him to Earth with a nursemaid immediately after birth. Unfortunately, Captain Marvel had passed away, which led the nursemaid Mrs. Altman to raise the child, Theodore Teddy Rufus Altman, as her own. On Earth, Theodore discovered his ability to shapeshift from a very young age, and he used it to blend in with his high school peers. Teddy's inclusion in the Avengers failsafe program, compiled by Vision for potential superhero replacements, allowed Iron Lad to track him down and eventually include him in the Young Avengers crew, while While his superhero persona drew inspiration from the Jade Giant, Teddy's powers significantly stemmed from being a Kree-Skrull hybrid, given that Captain Marvel was a Kree and Princess Annelle was a Skrull. Hulkling also symbolized the unity between the Kree and Skrull, leading the Skrull-Kree alliance after a prolonged war, as shown in events like Empire by Al Ewing and Dan Slott. His significance in Marvel further extends to his relationship with Wiccan, making them one of the most prominent queer couples in the comics. And given the presence of Kree and Skrull in the MCU, introducing Hulkling with his intricate background would seamlessly fit into the cinematic universe. Billy Kaplan, aka Wiccan. Within the union of Scarlet Witch and Vision, the former harnessed reality-altering powers to bring forth twin boys, William and Thomas, created from two lost souls. However, Mephisto intervened, reclaiming the souls that had been transformed by Wanda's magic. In a surprising turn, the souls, now irreversibly altered, obliterated the demon upon dispersal. Now, the rebirth of William's soul manifested in Billy Kaplan, the eldest son of Jeff Kaplan, a cardiologist, and Rebecca Kaplan, a psychologist, residing on the Upper West Side of New York City. Billy adopted the moniker of Wiccan and emerged as one of Marvel's most potent magic users. Raised in an ordinary household, Billy's revelation of magical abilities unfolded while defending himself from bullies, propelling him onto the path of the Young Avengers. Naturally, Wiccan's powers closely mirrored Scarlet Witch's ability to wield various spells and manipulate reality through pure magic. The Young Avengers Volume 2 unveiled Wiccan's destiny as the Demiurge, a formidable being capable of rewriting reality and the multiverse. Ascending to godlike status temporarily, Wiccan ultimately reverted to his human form. As the most potent member of the Young Avengers, Wiccan's journey intertwined with Iron Lad and Hulkling, thus revealing his secretive past and a significant connection to the Avengers as the son of Scarlet Witch through the Failsafe program. Initially adopting the name Asgardian, he believed his magical abilities could emulate the appearance of Thor's powers before fully embracing the identity of Wiccan. Cassie Lang, aka Stature. Cassandra Lang made her comic debut in Marvel Premiere issue number 47 in 1979 as the daughter of Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man. Struggling with serious heart issues from a young age, her condition fueled her father's determination to become Ant-Man. However, it was not until May 2006 that Cassie transformed into Stature, a superhero with the ability to alter her size without the need for a specialized suit. It was the exposure to PIM particles in the Avengers mansion which led to a mutation in her body. Cassie's powers, initially tied to her emotions, were prominently showcased in the early issues of Young Avengers comics. When her relationship with her mother and stepfather soured after her father's demise, it prompted her to seek independence. Initially aiming to join the Runaways, she instead encountered Wiccan, Hulkling, Iron Lad, and Patriot. But her real introduction to the Young Avengers unfolded when she approached Kate Bishop, revealing herself as Scott Lang's daughter, which allowed both to become founding members of the team. Becoming an original member of the team, she developed romantic connections with both Iron Lad and Vision. Tragically, Cassie was one of the initial team members to meet her demise and met her end in a battle against Dr. Doom, but was later resurrected, adopting the mantle of Stinger. Presently operating under the moniker Stinger, Cassie showcases a fusion of abilities inspired by insect-like heroes. Utilizing a technologically advanced helmet, she can control various insects akin to two versions of Ant-Man, while wielding wings and emitting bioelectric rays like the Wasp. The ability to change size at will only adds more versatility to her skill set, making her an invaluable asset in various missions. America Chavez, aka Miss America. At the tender age of 5, America Chavez and her younger sister Catalina found themselves on the private island of billionaire Mr. Gales, where a sophisticated medical facility aimed to cure them of Edge's syndrome, a genetic ailment tied to the XX chromosomes. Driven by their mothers, expert microbiologist Amalia and pathologist Elena Chavez, the sisters underwent treatment. As America exhibited signs of remission, her latent powers emerged, which was exploited by Mr. Gales against her mother's wishes. When Amalia and Elena resisted Gales' attempts at exploitation, tragedy struck, leading to the death of Amalia and Elena being shot. America, fueled by her trauma, opened a star portal to another realm for them to escape, but Catalina was torn away by gales. Finding herself alone in a new place, America drifted until the Santana family found her on the Jones Beach. Adopted by the Santanas, America initially suffered amnesia, embraced a new identity as their relative from San Juan. 3 years later, when she regained her memories, America decided to embrace her destiny. She wove a narrative of being born on the utopian parallel, a dimension outside the multiverse, claiming her power stemmed from the Demiurge's magical presence. America, driven to prove herself a hero, ran away, eventually joining the Teen Brigade and co-leading it with Ultimate Nullifier. Eventually, she parted ways with them due to musical differences and traveled to Earth 212. Here, she linked up with the Young Avengers in their second incarnation, safeguarding Billy, the future Demiurge. America's journey continued with affiliations with A-Force, the Ultimates, and the West Coast Avengers. It should be noted that in 2017, Gabby Rivera penned her solo series, establishing America as Marvel's first Latin American LGBTQ+ character with an ongoing title. When the Young Avengers saw changes during Marvel Now, they welcomed new members, and America Chavez was one of the first to join the crew as Miss America. America's arrival marked a pivotal shift, with her becoming a key member, even surpassing some of the original members of the Young Avengers team. David Alain, aka Prodigy. From an early age, David Alain exhibited exceptional intelligence, but it wasn't until his mutant abilities manifested that his intellect truly soared. Endowed with the power to telepathically absorb the knowledge and skills of those in proximity, David chose to keep this secret, fearing the authenticity of the acquired knowledge. However, David's mutation was exposed by the hate group Purity, leading to his enrollment at the Xavier Institute, where he assumed the codename Prodigy and co-led Moonstar's New Mutants training squad alongside Wind Dancer. Unfortunately, the aftermath of M-Day stripped David of his powers, prompting the X-Mansion's transformation into a mutant sanctuary. After cementing his position in the new X-Men crew, David joined the Young Avengers in their second incarnation, as he embarked on a mission to save Tommy Shepard, later forming a romantic relationship with him. Their journey involved traversing the multiverse to rescue Speed from the Patriot. Beyond his Young Avengers tenure, Prodigy auditioned for Chief of Security at Stark Industries, engaged in space-related endeavors with Hulkling, and collaborated with America Chavez at Sotomayor University. Additionally, he worked with the New Mutants as an employee for the Hachi Corporation. Overall, the guy has a very colorful career as a superhero. Thomas Shepard, aka Speed. As mentioned before, Thomas Shepard was the result of Wanda harnessing the power of lost souls to create two twin boys. Thomas was reborn in New Jersey as the son of Frank and Mary, who separated while he was still a kid. Naturally, Tommy Shepard had a turbulent youth, which saw him entangled in the juvenile justice system, frequently in and out of detention centers. But his life took a darker turn when, accidentally using his powers, Tommy vaporized his high school. This led to his court-ordered imprisonment in a high-tech facility designed for superpowered juvenile offenders. The facility, equipped with advanced technology like robotic suits and power-dampening cells, held Tommy captive for months and subjected him under rigorous experimentation with the aim of transforming him into a living weapon. Now, the Young Avengers, particularly Wiccan, were determined to free Hulkling, who had been captured by Kree sentries. Following the Vision's suggestion to use the Avengers' failsafe program, the team located Tommy in the high-security detention facility. Upon his release, it was immediately apparent to Stetcher that Tommy and Billy could be twins. Eventually joining forces with the Young Avengers, Tommy adopted the mantle of Speed before playing a pivotal role in battling Kree and Skull forces to rescue Hulkling. Living up to his codename, Tommy possesses super speed, which was a legacy inherited from his uncle Quicksilver, which he figured out after it was revealed that he and Billy were long-lost brothers, both twins lost by Scarlet Witch. Vision. Following the demise of the original Vision, Ironclad arrived and ingeniously downloaded Vision's artificial intelligence into his armor. In a critical moment during Kang the Conqueror's assault, Ironclad removed his armor, catalyzing the formation of a new Vision. This reanimated Vision, retaining Ironclad's brain patterns, formed a unique bond with Cassie Lang and adopted the name Jonas. Serving faithfully with the Young Avengers, he remained part of the team even after Ironclad's departure. Similar to the White Vision depicted in WandaVision, this iteration shared the memories of Ironclad but possessed its own identity, distinct feelings, and maturity level. As Jonas, he became an integral part of the original Young Avengers team until his eventual demise during the Children's Crusade event. Kid Loki. Following the demise of the original Loki at the hands of the Void during the Siege event penned by Brian Michael Bendis, Loki returned as a child, complete with flawed memories and powers. Upon joining the second iteration of the Young Avengers, Loki exhibited a closer alignment with his mischievous nature, collaborating with the team while simultaneously manipulating them. When America Chavez intended to halt Kid Loki's interference with Wiccan, he disclosed his mission to prevent Wiccan from unleashing a force capable of world destruction. It was then revealed that Billy Kaplan was fated to become the all-powerful demiurge. Kid Loki's narrative arc unfolded as he actively participated with the Young Avengers, ultimately transforming into a genuine hero through his experiences with the team. In terms of the Marvel Cinematic Universe debut, a young Loki has been featured on Disney Plus's Loki show. However, this rendition represents a multiversal variant rather than a reborn version of the Loki, familiar to the main MCU timeline. Novar, aka Marvel Boy. Novar, originally hailing from the alternate reality of Earth 200080, was a Kree warrior whose triple helix DNA underwent modification with cockroach genes, granting him insect-like properties and transforming him into a super soldier. Designated as Ensign Marvel, he joined the 18th Kree Diplomatic Gestalt, a peacekeeping unit tasked with upholding the ceasefire between the Kree and Skrull races aboard the Marvel, their spacecrafts. Throughout his comic book appearances, he has navigated both hero and anti-hero roles and been associated with groups such as the West Coast Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Joining the Young Avengers in their second incarnation, he engaged in a brief romantic involvement with Kate Bishop. Opting to remain on Earth, Novar established a satellite base in orbit and entered into a relationship with a young heroine, Hawkeye, adopting the identity of Protector. Deeply fascinated by Earth's culture, especially its music, he assisted Hawkeye and the Young Avengers in combating the interdimensional parasite Mother. During their journey across the universe, Novar played a pivotal role in the team's efforts to prevent Mother's return. In their pursuit of the fake Patriot across the multiverse, they encountered various dimensions, with Novar even conquering Earth and establishing it as the capital of the new Kree Empire. Complications arose when Novar learned that Lear had recruited his exes into an anti-Young Avengers team. This led to internal conflicts, and Novar questioned his relationship with Kate, eventually decided to break up with her. However, it was later revealed that the evil Young Avengers were constructs fueled by Loki's guilt, and Novar's attempt to reconcile with Kate faced challenges. Despite the ups and downs, Novar continued to be an integral part of the Young Avengers, contributing to their victory against Mother. Marvelous verdict. Well, these were the 12 Young Avengers that the Marvel Universe has graced us with as of now. Naturally, their stories have barely begun, and there is much more to expect out of each of these characters from their future releases within the Marvel lore. And maybe Marvel will add a few more prominent characters to this list in the future. Who knows? Do you think this team will ever live up to fulfill the shoes of its predecessors? Let us know in the comments below.